Hey guys, this is Mainface3, and today I'm going to be doing a deck profile on my Constellar deck for the 2013 format for September. This is just what I'm working with. This, of course, will probably not be the permanent build that I'm working with because, of course, the September format has not come around just yet. So we do not know exactly everything that we're going to expect. Of course, we're going to probably see Madolches, we're going to see Constellars, more Evil Swarm, Dragon Plants, but of course, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming in that we might not have thought of because there's a lot of diversity in this format. So I'm just going to show what I'm working with. This is what I have and what I feel like I'm going to see a lot of in the format. So I just want to show y'all real quick and see what y'all thought of it. So I'm going to go ahead and get straight into the deck profile because I don't want to waste too much of y'all time. So let's get started. Like, comment, subscribe. Here we go. Alright, of course, we play Triple Caos. There's no reason you should not play Triple Caos. He is the best card in the deck by far. He just allows all the plays that go off that really affect your opponent by getting into your rank 5s and even going into 3s if you really wanted to. But he's really good in the deck. Of course he's really good in the deck. I'm sorry guys, I'm just saying stuff that does not need to be said. He's really good, you need to play him. Then we play Triple Pollux. Pretty much, yeah, you have to play him. Best card in the deck to get more summons out. Triple Algetty. I used to not play 3 Algetty. I liked it at 2 because of the fact that she could get Valor so easy, but that was only because you were seeing a lot of hand traps in the format with Evil Swarm maining hand traps, even Prophecy playing hand traps, Dragons playing hand traps. All the big decks that you saw the most were all maining hand traps, and she could easily be Valored unlike Pollux, and she could also be Max C2 and they could get a +2 off of it. So I really did not like that aspect of her, but coming into this new format, I really like her because she adds speed to the deck, and it gives me a card to side out when I decide to side out. Well, not side out all 3, but I side out one of them. Alright, and then probably the best top deck card in the world, 3 Pollux. I mean Sombre. Sorry guys, I'm just not paying attention today. 3 Sombre. This card is amazing in the top deck. I played it 3 because even if you draw it in your first hand, if you can summon a Pleiades that turn, it does not even matter because you weren't even going to summon him in the first place. You could easily just summon a Pollux, summon a Chaos, go into a Pleiades. You're probably going to wait till your opponent's end phase, detach, compulse their back row, and then on their phase, you're probably going to compulse their monster. And then you can just summon your Sombre and have 2 targets for it. So Sombre is really good in that aspect. He's great card to top deck, a great card. If you're in a bad situation and y'all both top decking, if you top deck this, you probably are going to win that duel. And also, cards that y'all might not agree with, the 3 Sheridan. I like 3 Sheridan. It adds consistency to the deck since the deck relies on having a Chaos and a Pollux or an Algetty in your hand, and being able to have him in the deck and just drawing into him and be able to search for whatever you need is really good in that aspect. I really like him. He also, I can side out one of these. That also gives me one more side out target. I find since the format's coming up to be slower, this is going to be a lot more viable card in the next one. If y'all want to play 3, if y'all want to play 2, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly good too. You can probably find something else to put in for it. It's just my personal preference. I like it because it adds a consistency, and you need consistency in this game to really win against your opponent. Like, your opponent could be a lot more skilled than you, but you can draw a lot better and win because of consistency. Alright, the one honest, no explanation right there. The whole deck just about as light, and the 1 bear, because even though Tinky went down to 2, I like the aspect of having a bear in my deck to be able to use. And plus, since there's no more heavy, nobody's going to really MST at Tinky. They're going to wait till you get, unless they literally have a 19 beater on the field and they don't want it to die and they want to get over your guy, but that's not going to happen too much. So unless there's no more heavy, so people playing MST, they're not going to MST your Tinky, obviously, so you want to get those stray Tinkies off the field. Alright, another card y'all might not agree with playing at 3 is Power Duality. Now, the reason I like 3 Power Duality in the deck is for the pure fact that this deck is a control deck. So you would usually go into a Pleiades, stay on a Pleiades for 1 to 2 turns, and then do some other stuff. Then maybe summon another Pleiades, overlay an M7 over that dead Pleiades. And in those 1 to 2 turns that you have Pleiades on the field, you're going to be free of special summoning. And also on your turns where you go Sheridan, you're going to have another Power Duality. So you're already not going to be able to special summon, so you have the Power Dualities there. And those turns where you just sit on your Pleiades, this is amazing because you can get your hand set up so when you do are ready to go off again, you have the hand set up. Or maybe even if you maybe don't have a lot of traps set, maybe you want to power duality, get a couple traps to your hand so you can set them and protect your Pleiades. So in that aspect, I really like 3 power duality in the deck. Some people might not like it for the fact that the deck does rely on its special summoning. I find that the way I play, I can really work around the power dualities even if I want a special summon that turn. Alright, and 2 Tinky because it got put down to 2 and you really want to search out your Calces, get them to your hand as quick as possible. And so you got to play them. And you need the targets for Bear, so your Bear won't be dead. And for your back row, we got double MST and 1 Lance. I don't know how I'm feeling about Lance. Lance has not been helping me out too much because I've been running into a lot of torrentials. For some reason, even though it's at 1, I've been running into it a lot lately. So I might just take out the Forbidden Lance for a 3rd MST. But I do like the Lance in the fact that it can be used offensively and defensively in protecting your monsters from stuff like Dimensional Prison and Compulse and all that stuff. So I like it for that pure fact. But at the same time, it can't protect from like big field clearing stuff. Like you can still play 2 Mirror Force, so that really sucks in that aspect. And you can play Torrential. So I might just take it out for that 3rd MST, but I gotta see how the format works out for me. The 1 Rhoda, just to search out our Pollexes. 1 Smashing, y'all might be asking me why I'm running this, and the reason I'm running this is for the fact that to get rid of problematic monsters. Like when Fire Fist, they run that card that gives them like an 800 boost when they control just Beast Warriors in their grave. Not control, but have Beast Warriors just in their grave. That's annoying. That's really, really annoying because even if there's not even one Compulse back. I Compulse back their bad. It is summon the next turn, have a 3800 beater on the field. Well, I've had them get to a 3800 beater. It was annoying. I Compulse the back row card that's giving them that boost. They just activate it again. It's like it's annoying. So I like the Smashing just to get rid of those problematic monsters and stuff like Master of Blades. That's really annoying, and stuff like, okay, oh no, it doesn't get past safe zone, that's right, it destroys. But it gets rid of stuff like Master of Blades, because if you don't have your Bumblebee on the field to get rid of that Master of Blades, you're really going to be in a bad situation. Alright, and for my 2 cards I feel like are staple now. This one, Book of Moon and Dark Hole. Dark Hole is always staple, but I feel like Book of Moon is going to be a staple card in this format, knowing that the trio is gone. So I gotta run it. It's really good in the fact that it gets like Bujins, they have the Honest, so you can just Book a Moon. Of course, they have that card that stops it from being targeted, but if they don't have that in the grave to stop it, you just Book a Moon the card and run over it without having to worry about Honest. Alright, and on to the traps. We got double Breakthrough Skill. I like Breakthrough Skill for the fact that I can use it twice, and for the fact that I feel like everybody's going to be relying on the monster effects this format. So this really kind of just stops it. Like they're going to try and like go Bear and get rid of my Pleiades or something. Breakthrough Skill. And it just stops all that going off and all that good stuff. Double Phoenix Chain. I like Phoenix Chain a little bit better. Even though you can use this twice. This stops your opponent from even attacking me. And it also, I can recycle it with my Pleiades. So I can like bounce this back with Pleiades and then attack over their monster and all that good stuff. So I really like it in that aspect. For the 1-ups, we have the Bottomless, the Torrential, the Compulse, and the Mirror Force. These 2 for just getting rid of big fields, and then these 2 because they're really good traps. Even though they went down to 1, I feel like they should still be played. Alright, and for my current tech card, oh here, let me go and show you this one first, partially. The 1 Solemn Warning, just to get rid of, just not let your opponent summon something that's too problematic. For my tech card, I'm running double 7 sword and 7 tool, and the reason I'm running this is because over testing on DevPro before I played this, I seem to run into a lot of traps, so that really irritated me sometimes. Not having Solemn Judgment anymore to stop that, so I decided to play this because I can play 2 or 3 of this if I want to, not just 1. And the only thing I really used Solemn Judgment for was either heavy or like big field clearing stuff like Mirror Forces and Torrentials, which are both traps. Now, the reason I like this is because, unlike Solemn Judgment, you don't gotta pay, like, if it's first turn or close to first turn, you haven't lost any left, you don't gotta pay 4K, you just gotta pay a quick 1,000, and it's a counter trap, so you can't, like, I don't know, you can't change Starlight Road or anything like that to it. Well, you can't change Starlight Road to it in the first place, what the fuck am I talking about? But you can't change stuff like that. You can't change stuff that's not up to something as big as this, so you can't, like, if we had Solemn Judgment, we can't Solemn Judgment you and all that good stuff. I really like the card. It's a really good card to me. Sometimes it can be dead if you're not playing something like if you're playing another spellbook player, like somebody trying to revive spellbooks after them losing Judgment, which they're still a good deck. This just stops it. This just stops all the traps that are trying to, stop me from using mine or trying to hurt me. Alright, on to the extra deck. We have the one M7. This got hit down to 1, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I only ran 1 in the first place. And the one Gaia Charger, just, to overlay on dead, like, Pleiades and the other 5s and stuff, and maybe even on a dead M7. Double Pleiades, there's no reason to run more than 2. You only usually go into 2. Once you go into the second one, you usually should have game by that time. 1 Volk, just because Volk is really good. Volk is OP with Gaia Charger. Being able to burn for a significant amount of damage and then just overlay an attack. This is usually a game-changing card. 1 Tears, because some decks like maybe Fire Fist, I usually want to go into a Pleiades because it doesn't affect them too much. They have a lot of destruction power, and being a normal summon twice, if I compulse their like Bareback, they'll just activate that Tensu and then just normal summon again and pop it. So I find this is a better first turn against like stuff like Fire Fist not being able to be destroyed and stuff. 1 Adrius, I'll probably take this out because I had it in there for the Eradicator, but Eradicator got limited, so I'll probably just take it out for that fact because it's not really that good. And 1 Sharp Force, just like the best common ever. This card allows OTKs so easily. This card is amazing. If you run this deck, please run this card. If y'all know what this does, you pretty much just target any monster on the field. Any monster. Well, not on the field, but on your side of the field. So I can target like an M7, it can attack twice that turn. I can target itself. Maybe I just went to this one card, I can attack twice for 24. The card is Dagusto Phoenix on crack. Alright, for the 4s, we got the 1 Bumblebee, because Bumblebee is really good. He just gets over monsters that you don't feel like dealing with. Double Omega, because I feel like Double Omega is essential. This format, with all the traps running around, you really don't want to let those destroy your monsters. 1 Starly, because Starly's just broken. It's crazy good. I won't say broken, but it's really good. 1 Maestroke, just for I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is just for Boosions. I'm so annoyed when Boosions like honest me and all that good shit. It's just annoying. So I like to use this to like make sure I don't run into an honest. 1 Cowboy, it just gets over problematic monsters by summoning an attack, and just being able to burn for that 800 is really good sometimes. And then the 1 Gem Knight Pro, just to get over other problematic monsters. It's just a nice little card. Like if someone's running Skill Drain, you can just go into this real quick, and that's really good. Alright guys, well I'm not going to show y'all side deck today because there's no reason to, because the format's just coming up, so I don't know what to expect. So of course I don't want to show y'all side deck and it not even work for the format. So I'm just going to wait till the format comes up, probably show y'all an edited version of this deck if I edit it up some. I hope y'all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to see y'all later, guys.